Hello, this is Tom Wallace. I'm head of architecture at Kantar, and I wanted to take you through a couple of possibilities if we were to have ServiceNow and how it would be used in Kantar, and particularly for the CIOs. So right here is their interface. This is the demo interface to ServiceNow. On the left-hand side, I've got my quick links. They're basically my favorites all set up. In the middle of the lane here, I've got all the features and functionality that's available. So I'll just take you through a couple of things here. We've got stuff like demand roadmap. We have stuff like CIO roadmap, portfolio overview. We have resource planning, resource reporting. We have the service catalog, which could be tied to the IBM service catalog. We have business services availability, being able to look at SLAs, for example. We have organization location maps, so we can find out where our employees are, where they live, where they're located. We can also look at our software asset in a complete way without having to ship around spreadsheets. IT costs, being able to look at IT costs, the cost overviews. Being able to look at the contract, for example, IBM contract, being able to search the contract. IT finance, looking at business unit by overview, the CIO dashboard, which we're looking at right now. Look at different charts of accounts for IT services. I know we use Economy, but we can import some stuff into this. Vendor performance is a really powerful one, and be able to track and make sure we have vendors and a complete list of vendors, so we don't have to go digging around and finding if vendors have met security requirements, if vendors are on our list, so forth. Skills assessments, being able to have skills assessments as Andreas was talking about. So let's get back to business. So what we're looking at is the CIO dashboard. When you come on in the morning, you see a lot of neat things. You see on the right-hand side, you see project go live. So you see your complete list of what's happening, what month it's happening. I like the heat map in the middle. It kind of shows you what's going on with different operational activities and projects. And you can see which ones are doing well, green. You can look at your budget right on target. Is it actually, are you over or under? Imagine this could be breakdown by OpCo or department. The CIO dashboard is very powerful. I really also like for CIOs is the actual CIO roadmap. If I click on CIO roadmap, it gives the really nice visual representation of what is coming down the pike. So if we just take a look at that, I see a nice little timeline with a bunch of little dots. So I can actually move this timeline to see what's coming up and what I need to act on and how it's doing. I can actually go in through it through the rest of the year as we populate it. Another neat feature is the project portfolio. If I go to project portfolio, it kind of shows me my breakdown of what projects are happening, how they're doing. Projects by, in this case, it's state, but it could be by geography, it could be by OpCo, it could be by priority. If I drill into these projects, I can actually look at some of the really good things like their priorities, their risk, their start dates, end dates, the percentage completes, estimated costs, and get more detail. Next, I can move on to like vendor performance review, as I mentioned, being able to actually really see what vendors are meeting what SLAs, which ones are in breach, assets by vendor, which ones we have most assets with, being able to see the top 12 vendors. Again, a place where people can go and see which vendors we have doing business with, which ones are in compliance. If I go to skills, it actually is a nice area. You can look at all the skills that teams have listed up in here. And I can look at where people are located by going to an organization location map and being able to see and drill in to see all the different locations. And as I mentioned before, software asset management is a big thing. We want to be able to see what software has been installed, which one's entitled, not used, allocated, unallocated resource licenses, and software that has been entitled and needs to be installed, and what locations. So as you can see, it's an enormous amount of stuff packed into one place. And it's a very powerful tool that if used right and populated right would be hugely beneficial to helping us to organize and run our business in as being such a large and complicated business that it is. Just one more thing I wanted to show you is the business service availability. Also being able to go into this dashboard and see really at a glance if SLAs are having problems in different regions, different service usages, different applications and their availability. We can map these and align them to IBM. So I know this is a lot. I wanted to make it short, but this is the power possibilities if we were to take a look at trying to leverage our ServiceNow with WPP. Thank you very much and have a great day.